Hi guys! Okay, so I am back to do a little bit of mixed media, and my desk has not changed since the last time I did a video for you guys, which for me was a couple of weeks ago. For you guys I think it was last week, I'm not sure. But yeah, and it's still a mess from when I was in here doing mixed media, but it's also even more of a mess because the cats have been in here. And yeah, so there's cat hair everywhere. But last time we did these with some stencils and some modelling paste, and I wanted originally to then be able to spray these with my Distress Sprays, but I couldn't find my heat gun, which was rather frustrating because you know, you need to be able to sometimes need to be able to dry off in between. Yeah, couldn't find it anywhere, and I have since found it, so I'm going to put this video on pause now and I'm going to clear the desk of all this lot. I'm going to get set up for the mixed media side of things with the sprays and the splat box and everything else, and then I will come back to you guys and we'll have some messy fun. Okay, I think I'm set up, but we'll see. I have covered my desk with some A3 sheets of paper and masking tape because I don't want this stuff to go on my desk, but no doubt it will because it just sprays everywhere. Then I've just got some Amazon packaging paper to put down in the background just to mop up also the bits that spray off to the sides or whatever. This paper will hopefully catch it, mop it up, and then we can use that for different things too. Okay, so I am here with those. This is the one that I did a few videos back, and yes, it's not mixed media, well it is mixed media but not like this. I just did some that was a rub-on transfer from Taperlogy on some fabric, and then just sewed it on, a bit of stamping, and yeah, sorted. Okay, so now I've not actually done this before, guys. Before I do anything, I'm going to take my jewellery off because I don't want that full of spray. Yeah, I've actually not done this technique before. I have watched it millions of times on Tim Holtz, and I've seen other people doing it, but I've actually never done it myself. Not in this way anyway. So it's a learning curve, we'll see. Okay, so I have my Distress Sprays, the Distress Oxide Sprays, and I have them sorted into two separate tubs. They were in some form of organisation, but I've used them since, so they're not anymore. Yeah, these are all sorts of different colours, obviously. These are what I call my more pastel tones. These are more the sort of primary colours, if you will. So there's picked raspberry, fired brick, spiced marmalade, fossilised amber, peeled paint, I love that colour, mermaid lagoon, shaded lilac, faded jeans, that's a nice one too, and then shaded lilac. And then we've got the more browns and neutrals. So then we've got walnut stain, vintage photo of course, pumice stone, iced spruce, that's a nice one, and antique linen. I love this, and there's nearly none left in there. Okay, so then we like the more vibrant colours. These are the more, as I'd say, call them the more kind of pastel tones. So we've got abandoned coral, dried marigold, that's not even been opened, squeezed lemonade, cracked pistachio, twisted citron, mowed lawn, broken china, that's not even been up, yeah, oh yeah it has, I'm going to say that's not been opened, but it has. Oh, this one has been opened as well, I just haven't taken that off. Okay, so then we've got peacock feathers, I like that one, wilted violet, sponge sugar, and Victorian Velvet, and I've just realised these are actually mixed up. These are the vibrant colours, those are the pastel tones. So, and they are actually quite in order, reasonably. Well, it's not particular order, but I try to keep them like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, that sort of thing. But it's not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, because them two are more toned down. Excuse me, either way, it doesn't matter. And then I've just got some spray and some gloves. But I've also here got a new mister and my Distress Spray vaporizer chair. Okay, whatever, spray bottle basically. And then I've got my splat box, which is a Tim Holtz thing. And it's just a cardboard box basically that you put your stuff in and splat. It stops it going everywhere, but it still goes everywhere when I do it. Okay, so I've, as I said, kind of separated those into the colours that I use most and least. So, oh, I need to plug my embossing heat tool in, so I can't dry things off in between if I don't plug that in, can I? So how are you guys doing? Excuse me. Everything's going well here. It is absolutely boiling here in the UK. Just turn that socket on, plug that in, make sure it works. Yep. Okie dokie. Right, so we're all ready and set up with that. I'll put that to one side over there. I have a box of tissues here, and then I have these. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest, but it's like the backing paper on stickers sort of thing. But this is really good for putting spray on, and it like it doesn't soak in, it just stays on the surface, so it's easy to smush. Okay, so that's that theory. Alright, so I'm going to just pick one of these at random. Let's try this one because this is a pale coloured one. I'm going to put a couple of tissues down in the box, in the splat box. I'll have to put a few down because these are really thin, cheap stuff. Okay, so let's put a few of those down. And I'm going to just stand that upright there. I'm going to use this little sprayer and just give it a mist first. And then, now I want some, oh yeah, I didn't think, I need to shake these up first, guys, because it's all sludgy in the bottom, so just, I'm going to go off camera and do that because this will take me forever. Okay guys, I'm back. My hands are hurting now. And I have just laid them down sideways in baskets so that the sludge kind of levels out a bit. It makes it easier to shake up. As long as you can pretty much see through the bottom, they're okay. Right, now, I am not using the same products that Tim Holtz uses to do these, like Yupo and that sort of thing, so they're not going to turn out just like he does. His do, but you know, well, it's all about experimenting. So this is dry now, so I'm going to give it another little mist with that. And then I'm going to go in with my Victorian Velvet and just give that a spray from the top. Then we're going to go in with some cracked pistachio. And then I think we will have some peacock, well, mermaid lagoon. Where's the peacock feathers? I'm going to do peacock feathers. That one's still a little bit sludgy at the bottom, but lovely. Okay, and then we're just going to spray. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. I'm going to spray and mix that around. That is pretty cool. We need some more pink in there now. Okay, Okay, so back in with the Victorian Velvet. Helps if you spray it straight. Let's see, a little bit more water. Let's see, try not to make mud, which I pretty much have. Okay, now I'm going to dry this off. Okay, so that is pretty cool, is that? And what I'm going to do now is just turn that over. I'm going to use this and just see if we can get some blobs on it. I'm going to get a tissue ready. See if we can get some little splats on there. And pull them up and then dry that off. Okay, I love that. Looks a bit messy, but I actually really like that. Okay, so that is cool. And then if we just wet some tissue and just dab on the modelling paste, we can get some of that colour off. I love that. That is really cool. Okay, so that's one down. Like I said, this is not going to be a perfect thing. It's not even a demonstration. I'm just playing here. And now I've got some lovely tissues to play with there once they're dry. But I'm going to fold it over and put it back on. See if we can get some more on that side. Let's do it this way this time. Let's do this one with the bubbles. Okay, let's give it a little mist first. Okay, and let's go in with some vibrant colours. Where's Twisted Citron? There we go. Okay, so let's go in with a bit of Twisted Citron. Let's go in with a bit of dried marigold. Some abandoned coral. And again, let's go with some broken china. Oh, I'm loving that. I'm really loving that. Okay, and let's dry some of this off. Okay, love that one. Oh, I really, really love how that one turned out. Alright, and again, we've got some nice bits going on here on the tissues. So let's turn it over. Let's see now if we do a bit of spraying, maybe. See if we can get this to do water drips. I'm not very good at doing the drippy bits. Okay, I think I've got it. And then let's just lift a bit up and dry up. I love that one. I really love that one. Okay, so we've got those two. Huge difference there. Love it. Love that little galaxy ripple effect there. Okay, so let's have a go at the two that's left. And then this one, let's see about this one. I think this one needs to be vibrant colours too, because it's quite a vibrant background. So, again, we'll give this quite a decent spritz and fired brick. Whoa! Okay, fossilised amber, and let's try peeled paint because I love this one. Though that is cool. And some up there and some there maybe. Oh, loving that. Just give it a moment or two to wick and blend. Wet on wet blends, dry on dry layers. A bit more in there. Just wait a minute and let it do its thing. And spray a bit of water. Ah, so this mister is better for doing the little splats. Let's see if we can just mop some of this up. Oh, I love that. That is so cool. Although it looked really cool before, so let's just go back in with some fired brick, fossilised amber, and some peeled paint. There we go. Let's see if we can get some drippy bits on. Alright, now let it do its thing. A little bit of water to oxidise it. Yeah, still not good at working out how to do the little splats. Oh, there we go. Okay. Loving that. Let's have a bit of a dry. Now I don't necessarily want the paint splatters to move, spray splats to move, and of course I've only got a heat gun, I haven't got the other one. This is the embossing one, that's the one that I mean. I'm going to put them to one side and put some more tissues down. Yeah, I haven't got the heat tool, the one that just doesn't blow the thing around, but I've kind of learned over time, if you just hold the embossing gun straight down, it doesn't tend to blow it about as much, and if you put it on a lower heat. So it will take longer, but it doesn't blow everything around. I'm really loving that. Really loving that. Although it's gone a bit orangey now, so what can we do now to bring it back a bit? I want to kind of add maybe some green to that maybe. So where's the twisted citron? Let's try a bit of Twisted Citron because it's nice and bright. So I'll do it from a distance. Oh, I love it. Yes. Okay. A little bit of water to oxidise. And dry. Love that. Right, so now I want something really vibrant for this middle bit, and I think I want something pink. So I've got wilted violet or picked raspberry. Isn't too pretty. Bright colour. Let's try this one. Let's actually kind of. Pick some of that up from around the edges. A little bit of water to oxidise and dry. Oh, I love that. Love it. I'm loving all this going on in the background as well. I kind of want that a little bit brighter as well. So let's just see. Right, I'm just going to leave that a minute and let the water do its thing, because it's wicking right now, meaning it's blending out, doing its thing. I'm going to put a bit of water up here, a bit down here in the corners. Just bring these, whoops, a little bit back to life, and let's just quickly mop up, because I didn't want that to happen. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. And I'm actually now just going to leave that one to dry on its own. Instead of drying it with the heat tool, I'm actually going to put that to one side and just let that dry on its own. And I've got a beautiful day going on here, so where the sun is coming in through the window, I'll just put that on there and let the window dry it. The sunbeams from the window dry it. And we've got one left. Where are we now, guys? We are 13 minutes, okay. So, as I said, guys, right at the beginning, this video is far from perfect, but I am loving this. And I'm using different substrates. Obviously, like I said, I'm not using UPO or anything like that, which Tim uses and other people use, which would work better. But, you know, work with what you've got. Make it work. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm just playing. So, and I'm loving the outcome. Really liking that one, although I think I will just blend that, and I need some more colour in that, to be honest. But let's have a do at this one now. Okay, so we're not doing too bad for not getting it everywhere, which is good. So let's put it up this way and let's have this one more upright. Okay, let's get colours ready. So I'm going to use some wilted violets. I'm going to use some Remake Lagoon. Try not to make mud, but Maud Lawn maybe? I don't know about colour stuff. I'm really no good at mixing colours and stuff. And maybe some squeezed lemonade. These seem like fairly bright colours. Okay, so I'm not going to saturate this as much this time, but then we're just going to go in and give this a blast. So there we go. Let it drip down and see what happens. Some yellow, oh I like that. Loving that. Really loving that actually. Little bit of water to oxidise. Okay, and then let's just, I don't want to take too much off, but I don't want it all running into each other and making mud, not yet. Love that. See, nice learning curve going on here. Alright, let's dry that. Okay, now I really love that. I'm getting the hang of it now, guys. I really love that. That is super cool. You can see how it's all blended really nicely. I'm just going to see if I can get some water droplet splodges down here. Okay, and let that do its thing. Okay, I really love that one. So that's done. Alright, so we are actually done now with these. This one is dry now. I love this one. Really, really love this one. I'm going to put that back up there to dry a bit more though. Love this one. I don't think I want to do anything more to that one. I love that one. That's the one we've just done and I really love that one too. So I'm loving those. Then we find this I want to add a bit more to. Now I've kind of got the hang of it a little bit. I'm loving all these little bits here in the background. The splodgy bits. So let's see if we can maybe get a bit more of those going on. Just kind of let the water do its own thing and wick out, and then we'll dry it. Okay. Yeah, loving them little watermarks going on. Right, so I used pastel colours for this, didn't I? So I used my Victorian Velvet. Victorian Velvet. I think I used a Broken Mermaid Lagoon thing, and I used peeled paint, I believe. Mod 1, or were it cracked pistachio? I don't know actually. But let's try and peeled paint. Now I've used Victorian Velvet, so I'm going to do sponge sugar. Alright, and I kind of just want to wet the flower side of it. So bit too much wet. I didn't just wet that, I saturated it. Okay, so try that again. That's not really dark enough for my liking, so back to the Victorian Velvet. Yes, there we go. And let's just leave that for a second to do its thing for a start. Love that. Just a quick dab and take some off. Okay, now Mermaid Lagoon. Just let that do its thing for a minute. Kind of getting a bit of a Frozen vibe going on here. Dab a little bit of that off. And some peeled paint. A little bit of water. Okay. Now that's just completely changed the colour of it, hasn't it? It's funny, isn't it? It's really funny, isn't it? How just one spray of one colour can completely change it. Okay, and I'm liking how that's going. Just gonna dab some of that off to tone it down a little bit. But I am loving that even more now than I did before. Now there's colour on the flower, but I do want some pink in there. And these aren't cutting it much, so I'm gonna go in with some abandoned coral. I'm loving these tissues. Just add a bit of water to that to help soak it up. I'm going to use this spray because I can actually get little droplets with this one. Not like that I can't, but I did. Let's just take some of that colour off the middle. There we go. And then bit of water, and let's see, in there like that. And before it has a chance to really do anything, let's dab it up from the around the edges. See, when you do this, it's lifting the paint from underneath, which I don't want it to do. Oh, I should have dried it first. Actually, I did. Right, let's just make a mess. It'll blend or it won't, so let's just make a mess. Add water and see what happens. Well, it hasn't made mud yet, although it's getting that way. Actually, that's pretty cool. Still not got the pink in that I wanted, but that is pretty cool, and I will settle for that. I think we've made enough mess. Okay, let's dry it. Okay, I'm going to call that one a do because I've just will be here all day, but they are super cool. I love them. Oh, and this one, such a dramatic change from what they were. I really love that, guys. Awesome. Okay, so I am actually going to put them to one side now. I'm going to put them on the window ledge and let them dry in the sun a little bit more, and I'm going to call it a do with those because I really like them the way they are now. And I'm going to carry on and play, actually. I'm going to get some more paper out and just have a play. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, I hope you're all having a lovely day. It's absolutely gorgeous here in the UK. So, you know, get out and enjoy the sun, guys. And stay warm, stay safe, stay hydrated. I've been poorly the last few days because that is one thing I didn't do. Came down with a little bit of heat stroke. Well, not heat stroke, but dehydration and, yeah, heat exhaustion. But yeah, so stay safe, guys. Stay hydrated. Use sun cream. Please use sun cream. Most important thing. And I will see you very soon. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Thank you for watching.